Alright, gather round, you see the scar on my neck? Yeah, this one right here, people ask me about it. All the damn time, they think it's a tattoo, some Yakuza wannabe thing, but now this mark. This is a reminder that love will carve you up worse than any knife ever could. My name's Ryuto Kageyama, and I'm about to tell you how the most beautiful night of my life became the ugliest scar I'll ever wear. Part 1, When Angels Fall from Brooklyn Rooftops. It was 3 years ago. I was running a tech startup in New York cryptocurrency trading platform, pulling in stupid money. 28 years old, cocky as hell, thought I had the world figured out. Japanese American kid from Queens who made it big. You know, had the loft in Williamsburg, the Tesla, the whole Instagram-worthy life. Then Scarlett Nakamura crashed into my world like a meteor hitting the ocean. Met her at this underground poker game in Soho, not the legal kind, where fortunes flip on a single card and dangerous people smile while they take everything you got. She was dealing that night, wearing this black dress that should have been a legal chariot lipstick. At this look in her dark eyes, like she knew every secret you'd ever buried. You're gonna lose tonight, she whispered when she dealt my cards. Yeah, I grinned. What makes you so sure? She leaned in close, so close I could smell jasmine and danger on her skin. Because boys like you always do. I should have listened, should have walked right out that door. But instead I won 18 grand. That night, and her phone number, best and worst look of my entire life. Scarlett was everything I didn't know I needed and everything I should have avoided. She was half Japanese, half Irish, with this wild energy that made normal life feel like watching paint dry. We'd spend nights on my rooftop drinking sake, talking about everything and nothing you ever think about, just disappearing. She asked me one night, smoke from her cigarette curling into the Manhattan skyline, just saying screw it to all of this and starting over with you. Hell yeah, I said, men everywhere do. She turned to me with this smile, not the big bright kind, but the small dangerous kind. Careful what you promise, Ryu. The universe might be listening. 3 months and we were inseparable. She moved into my place, her clothes mixed with mine, her toothbrush next to mine. She knew my passwords, my bank accounts, my whole operation. I trusted her completely. That's the thing about betrayal, right? It only works when trust is absolute. The night it happened, the night the scar was born, started perfect. We'd just closed a massive deal. My platform secured $15 million in new funding. I was on top of the world. Scarlett suggested we celebrate, just the two of us. I want to give you something special tonight, she purred, trailing her fingers down my chest. Something you will never forget. We drank champagne on the rooftop. She was wearing my favorite red dress, the one that drove me crazy. We danced to no music, just the sound of the city below. Then she kissed me deep and desperate, like she was trying to breathe in my soul. I love you, she whispered against my lips. No matter what happens, remember, I said. That should've known right then something was off. But I was drunk on her, drunk on success, drunk on the illusion that I had it all. Part 3, The bite that burns forever. She led me inside, pushed me onto the bed. The lights were dim, candles flickering should set the whole scene. Her lips found my neck, kissing, sucking. Then she bit down hard. Not playful, passionate, almost violent. What the hell, Scar? I laughed, touching my neck, felt wet, warm blood. I needed to mark you, she said, her voice different, now colder, so you'd never forget who I really am. That's when I heard them footsteps, multiple sets. My bedroom door kicked open for guys in black masks. Rushed in, I tried to fight through one into the wall, caught another with an elbow. But they had numbers, and I had champagne in my system. They zipped my hand, shoved me back on the bed. Scarlett stood there watching, not scared, not shocked, just watching. Scarlett, call the cops. Do something. She picked up her phone. For a second, hope flared. Then she took a selfie with me tied up in the background, smiled that dangerous smile. Baby, who do you think sent them? My blood went cold. What? One of the guys pulled off his mask. Victor Chen, her ex. The guy, she said, was just someone from her past. The guy I'd seen her texting late at night. The guy she swore meant nothing. Your girlfriend's been playing you since day one, rich boy. Victor said, every password, every account, every investor contact. She's been feeding me everything. Scarlett walked over, perched on the edge of the bed, ran her finger along the bite mark on my neck. The one still bleeding. This is gonna scar you no bad. I made sure to bite deep enough. Wanted you to have something to remember me by. Why, that's all I could manage, just that one word. She leaned closer, beautiful face now looking like a stranger's, because boys like you think you can buy anything. You throw money around, talk about crypto and algorithms like you invented fire. You never even asked about my life, never asked why I was dealing poker in Soho less instead of living in a penthouse. I would have helped you. I did want your help, you. I wanted your everything, your money, your contacts, your investors. And guess what? I got it all. Victor pulled out a laptop, showed me the screen. My accounts, all of them empty. Not just empty, drained, every penny transferred to offshore accounts. I'd never heard of. 15 million in investor funds gone, my personal savings gone, even my MOMS emergency fund I managed gone. You signed the transfers yourself, Scarlett said sweetly. Well, your digital signature did amazing. What you can do when someone trusts you with their laptop password. I felt sick. The investors will come after me, they'll destroy me. That's kind of the point, baby. She kissed the bloody mark on my neck one more time. See, you ruined Victor's life 2 years ago. He had a trading platform to you, undercut his prices, stole his clients, buried him in debt. He lost everything, had to watch his little sister drop out of college because he couldn't pay tuition anymore. I remembered barely, just another competitor ID crush, never thought about the human cost. So this Scarlett gestured around. This is what revenge looks like when you're patient, when you're willing to let someone fall in love with you just to tear them apart. From the inside, Victor's crew untied me. They didn't need to hold me down anymore. I was already destroyed. One more thing, Scarlett said at the door. She pulled out a needle and ink from her purse. Actual tattoo equipment. Can't let that bite mark heal. Naturally, gotta make it permanent. She straddled me one last time, and while Victor held me down, she carved her mark deeper, traced it with ink, made it into this twisted scar you see now. Half love, but half tattoo. Looks like a serpent eating itself. Every time you look in the mirror, she whispered, remember that I love you enough to destroy you perfectly. Then they were gone. All of them left me bleeding on my own bed in my own loft, surrounded by the ruins of my own stupid trust. Part for the Phoenix Protocol. The cops were useless. No evidence. Scarlett was a ghost. Every identity she'd used with me was fake. The investors filed lawsuits. I lost everything. The loft, the car, the reputation. My mom stopped talking to me for 6 months. When she learned her savings were gone, I should have died, should have given up, should have let the shame eat me alive. But that scar, every morning I'd look at it and feel something besides pain. Felt rage, felt purpose. See, Scarlett made one mistake. She thought marking me would break me, but all she did was give me a permanent reminder of why I needed to become someone new. I spent a year working 3 jobs, lived in a studio apartment in the Bronx with 4 roommates, learned everything I could about offshore accounts, money laundering, cryptocurrency tracing. Met some people who knew some people, the kind who don't advertise their services online. Turned out Scarlett and Victor weren't nearly as smart as they thought. They'd hidden the money, sure, but they couldn't help spending it. New club in Tribeca, high roller trips to Monaco, Instagram posts from penthouses they thought I'd never see. I found them. Took me 18 months. But I found them. They were living in Miami by then, bought a mansion on Star Island. With my money, throwing parties, living like royalty. I didn't go for revenge right away. Nah, I learned from Scarlett patience, planning, making someone love you before you destroy them. I created a new identity, new look, bleached my hair, grew a beard, wore colored contacts, became Kai. A mysterious investor from Singapore with serious crypto holdings, infiltrated their circle. Through mutual friends, Scarlett didn't recognize me at first. Why would she? Last time she saw me, I was broken, bleeding, pathetic. Now I was confident, rich again, mysterious. Victor was easier. Gambling addiction. I lured him into a private poker game, the same kind where we'd first met. Let him win big, made him trust me, then introduced him to some loan sharks. I knew the kind who don't accept they'll pay you back later. But Scarlett, she was special, required something more poetic. I made her fall in love with me all over again. Different name, different face, but the same dynamic. Let her think she was playing me, let her think she'd found another mark. Gave her access to my accounts, all fake, all monitored, all trapped. She bit. Of course she did. Greed is predictable like that. The night I revealed myself, we were on my yacht in Biscayne Bay. Same setup she'd used on me, champagne, romance, the works. I want to give you something special tonight, I said, echoing her words. From 3 years ago, I leaned in to kiss her neck. She shivered with anticipation. Then I bit down hard, right on her throat, drew blood. With the hell? She jerked back, touching her neck. I smiled, pulled off the colored contacts. Hey, Scar, miss me? Her face went white. Not pale white like she'd seen a ghost. That's impossible. We destroyed you. You had nothing. Nothing but rage. And a really ugly scar. I touched my neck. The mark she'd given me. Turns out that was enough. The door opened. FBI agents. Turns out when you trace stolen investor funds internationally and cooperate with federal investigators, they're real helpful, especially when you can prove wire fraud, identity theft, and a conspiracy spanning multiple states. Scarlett Nakamura, or should I say Sarah Chen, Rebecca Moore, or any of your other 12 aliases, you're under arrest. Victor was already in custody. His gambling debts had led him to make some real stupid choices with the wrong people. The loan sharks. I introduced him to FBI informants. Every crime caught on tape. Scarlett fought as they cuffed her, screamed, cursed, then looked at me with those emerald eyes, the ones I'd once loved. I loved you, she said, tears now real ones. Maybe part of me really did love you. I touched my scar, the serpent eating itself. I know that's what makes this so perfect. You love me enough to destroy me, and I love you enough to return the favor. As they dragged her away, I pulled out my phone, Took a selfie, me smiling, her in handcuffs, in the background FBI agents everywhere. Posted it on Instagram with the caption "Karma's a bitch," but I'm worse epilogue the mark we carry. That was 6 months ago. Scarlett's doing 8 years in federal prison. Victor got 12. I got my money back, most of it anyway, enough to rebuild. But here's the thing. Nobody tells you about revenge. It doesn't feel like you think it will. There's no movie moment where everything feels right. No. Credits roll, while you walk away satisfied. I still have this scar. Touch it every morning. Sometimes I remember the good parts, the rooftop nights, her laugh, the way she fit against me. Sometimes I just remember the bite, the blood, the betrayal. People ask if I regretted getting revenge, destroying her the way she destroyed me. Honestly, I don't know. Some days I feel like a hero who got justice. Other days I feel like I became exactly what hurt me, someone who uses love as a weapon. My therapist says I need to let go, move on, find healthy love. But how do you trust again when you know what people are capable of, when you know that the person who kisses your neck might be the same person who carves a permanent scar into it? I date now casually, keep my passwords private, keep my walls high, keep my heart locked up somewhere even I can barely reach it. And this scar, this twisted serpent eating itself on my neck, it's not a tattoo, it's not a love bite, it's a reminder that love and revenge are two sides of the same coin. Both burn, both consume, both leave marks that never fully fade. So yeah, that's the secret of Ryuto Kageyama's scar. A love bite turned into a betrayer's tattoo, turned into a revenge story, turned into hell. I don't even know anymore. All I know is this: if someone ever wants to mark you, make damn sure you know why. Because some marks last forever, and sometimes the person you become because of them is scarier than the person who gave them to you. The serpent eats itself over and over forever. And somewhere in federal prison, Scarlett probably touches her neck, where I bit her, feeling the scar I gave her in return, wondering the same thing I wonder every day: when does the cycle end? Or does it just keep eating itself until there's nothing left? I still don't have the answer, but I've got this scar to remind me to keep asking.